Hey guys, welcome back to News to Astonish, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more. And I hope you had a wonderful New Year's Day. Happy New Year to all of you. We're going to go ahead and start off the new year with this type of video. This is a little bit different, and I don't make these kinds of videos as often, but maybe I'm going to start doing that more often starting today, moving forward, if I see topics like this that catch my interest. And what are those topics, you may ask? Well, lately on Twitter, X, or whatever the hell you want to call it, lately I've been seeing like comparisons of Spider-Man 2 and Starfield in terms of like, lighting, graphics, and whatnot. And I think it's just ridiculous. I think you're comparing apples and oranges at this point. It is like blindsided, like out of touch comparison, honestly, if you ask me. You got people who are Sony Ponies and Xbots that are just like arguing with each other, and I think it's completely pointless at this time. So before I get started with this kind of video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notification so you don't miss anything. Also, join my Discord. Invitation link to that is in the description box below, along with the links to the rest of my social media, which you can also find down below in the description box. Now, let's go ahead and get to it. I got my PC here, so we're going to go ahead and look at Twitter. I got my Twitter pulled up, and simply I just typed up Spider-Man 2 and Starfield in the search box, and I got pretty much all the tweets talking about Spider-Man 2 and Starfield, comparing them, and how one side is making fun of Spider-Man 2 while the other side is making fun of Starfield. Just so you know my thoughts about Starfield, honestly, at first it looked really exciting, and the fact that we were probably getting a better version of No Man's Sky and the hype surrounding it was really exciting, I'm not gonna lie. I did manage to play a little bit of Starfield, and you know what? I got bored of it very quickly. I found myself getting really, really bored with the game, and I think No Man's Sky, after its problems from the very beginning about a decade ago, ends up being a better game. Starfield is boring. I thought, like, the concept of like having Fallout in space would have been really thrilling and exciting, but as it turns out, that's not really the case. And at least I tried Starfield, and you know what? I couldn't enjoy it. Is it a gorgeous looking game? Yeah, I think it's a pretty damn good looking game, but unfortunately, the game doesn't give you a lot to do. And that's just my take on Starfield. Spider-Man 2 is the better game, and I'm not saying that because I'm a Spidey fan or a PlayStation Sony Pony fan or whatever. You guys know me by now who watch me. I play everything on anything, whether it's PC, which I have, or PlayStation, or Nintendo Switch, or whatever. I'll play whatever it is that looks good to me, and that's my stance on gaming. And now that I have that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these ridiculous examples. You probably all know Mesh. You've seen him on the channel. I've mentioned, I think, some of his videos. I believe he also made my intro, and he was comparing Starfield and Spider-Man 2 lighting comparisons. Yes, well, in this point, like in this case, it does look bland in this picture of like Starfield versus this one, where you can actually, in his defense, you can actually adjust the lighting and change it up a bit and make it look a little bit better than what the game really offers. But, the lighting is really nice in Spider-Man 2. It's true. I mean, I've played the game multiple times and I would know that by now. Another perfect example. But at this point, it kind of feels like he's jabbing at anybody who loves Starfield more than Spider-Man 2. But anyways, it is a pretty decent comparison, I guess you can say. I don't know. And then, some other people are snapping back with Xbox and PlayStation first party hit differently. You see, this guy got two different examples where the lighting's going to probably look a little bit better inside of an interior, like somewhere of an interior, whereas this one is outside. Now, not going to lie, okay? I think, honestly, Insomniac Games can do a better job as far as making the NPCs look a lot better, because, honestly, this is very bland, and these NPCs having deadpan faces, I'm really tired of it. I really wouldn't mind waiting around for a game even a lot longer, even if it means making the game look so much better, because when you really think about it, and I have the first Spider-Man game as well, it's not that much of an improvement from the first one, honestly, to tell you the truth. The ones that do get a lot of focus and attention to detail are the main characters of the game. Any of the characters that show up on screen in the game have better details on their design versus like the NPCs. A lot of the NPCs look very bland, and that's just my take on it. This isn't really a good comparison. This is a character that you really interact with more versus like this random NPC walking around. What else do we have here? I also saw a pretty good one that actually kind of made me laugh. And some of these are for humor. You know, some people are just being facetious online, where like some of these Starfield NPCs just like gaze like upon you, like if you killed their firstborn child or something, or committed a horrendous crime. Look at these really crazy eyes here versus this NPC standing here. Now I can appreciate a lot of the details in like the knit, like the Scully cap right here with the Adidas brand. Oh my God, Adidas was like really stood behind this game. God damn. But it's actually not a bad NPC design. You can still see some of the shadowing and like the stubble of this person's facial hair, and like the details in like the sweater and the shirt that he's wearing versus this. Now, you can argue that this is probably a snapshot of a screen, or this is just a really bad shot of like a moment in the game versus this, you know? It doesn't look too bad, honestly. Let's see what else. There was another one that I saw that I really, really wanted to show you guys. Gosh, I can't find. Okay, here we go. So sometimes some of these people who are Xbots, XBOTS, sometimes when they want to make fun of PlayStation desperately, like, and they want to make PlayStation look really bad, a lot worse than it really has to be. Sometimes they will purposely take a very bad shot of Marvel Spider-Man 2 compared to a very good edited shot, if not edited, like a very good shot of Starfield. So here's a phenomenal looking shot of Starfield in the game, right? And Buddy Boy, whoever this was, took a shot of this. This doesn't look good whatsoever. Even I know that. But you took a shot of something that's like not even remotely a very good shot. Why didn't you take a shot of like a cutscene? Or why didn't you take a shot of it of like, you know, Spider-Man on the building and use some photo mode to editing techniques or whatever? Why didn't you do any of those things versus this? This looks like this was done in photo mode. This looks like this was edited big time. See, this is not a good one at all. Here's a really good example. So this guy is trying, or girl, whatever, whoever this person is, this person's trying their best to be insulting, or this person probably thinks, yeah, I got him with this one, you know, with this comment. Ponies are mad that Starfield looks better than hashtag Spider-Man 2. I know it is harsh because hashtag Starfield is an open galaxy with a huge scope and it still looks better. My God, he had to use hashtag Starfield twice. Once would suffice already. Hashtag Bethesda devs are just better. And that's pathetic because you took a really bad shot, not in the correct crop, and it looks like you took a picture of your own screen with your phone. Not to mention excessive use of grains all over the image versus this, an in-game screen cap, where yes, this arguably does look better than this, but it looks like you actually took a shot of your screen in a dark room. You take a shot of your screen on any game in a dark room, of course it's going to look horrendous. You think, how dumb do you think we are? Versus this. Yes, this is beautiful. This looks amazing. Yes. No denying. But you totally failed with this. And look at some of the responses with this right here. Starfield fanboy shows the worst possible pick of Spider-Man 2, which I agree. Shows the best pick of Starfield he could find. Then says Starfield looks so much better than Spider-Man 2. Yes, dog, come on. And then this person claps back with this, where he shows perfectly in-game captures of Marvel Spider-Man 2. These are perfect examples to compare, you know, compared to what was shown at the very beginning of this tweet. You know, both games look really good. You know, I just don't get it. You can stop now, bro. Here's another perfect example. You see? These are phenomenal shots of Spider-Man 2 right here. And need I show more? But I'm going to anyways because here we go. Look at that. Gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Ray tracing at its finest. It looks great. At least at its finest for the PS5. Yes. PC is probably the best place to play your games. You know, because like a console's never going to outperform a PC. at least a well-built PC. So, you know, I forgot to post this one. A clown should be celebrated. All right. You know, honestly, I do have the check mark. I hope you're not calling out everybody, but, you know, some people with check marks are actually honest. But yeah, you got a lot of clowns on here just clapping back with ridiculous posts, or they go like, yeah, totally got him with that one. You know, this is absurd, the way that these people are behaving. And to think that a lot of these people are close to my age, if not maybe a little younger or older than me. They're defending a console. They're really literally defending an actual plastic box. They're fighting for a company who doesn't even know they exist. How sad and pathetic is that? I wanted to kick off the new year with this topic because it's actually kind of annoying to see it from both sides. And when I say both sides, I mean PlayStation and Xbox fanboys. It is so irritating and it's so incredibly annoying, and I'm sick of it. And I just wanted to share it with you. So if you like this kind of video and you want to see more of these types of videos, then share with me what's going on surrounding the topics of like Marvel games or Spider-Man and other stuff like that. And if you have more, I'll definitely gladly make more, because this was actually a lot of fun, honestly. And it's actually always fun to point and like laugh at these losers who have nothing better to do but to compare plastic boxes and the games made for these plastic boxes. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the notifications so you don't miss anything. And as always, I will see you all in the next comic panel.